Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their 6-year quarterback.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 15 carries, 54 yards.
It's been a strong season for him thus far, sitting currently 7th in the NFL in rushing. He gives their offense really good flexibility because if he's gashing a defense, they can ride him to an early lead. But the defense sells out to stop him, that opens up their passing game.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. You talk about this Chiefs defense. We know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
And I think with as good as their coverage is, and they're also excellent tacklers, they try to keep things in front of them and either make the tackle or you have to run out of bounds because there's nowhere to go. They'll let them dink and dunk all day long.
A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 16 yards the pickup there. The Colts have a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On first down, Richardson. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
I like it. I like it. I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run. Probing now early to try and get things done later.
That's on the tackle, Braden Smith.
Still 3rd down.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Richardson looking to throw. Now a short one to Gesicki. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Out now is the punter, Braden Mann. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Again, it's Pacheco. Up past the 30, 2nd down coming up. The numbers on the ground for Pacheco last week. 19 carries, a trip to the end zone to go along with 118 yards.
10 touchdowns on the season for him, and I don't know whether these goals are written down. I don't know whether they're discussed amongst the team, but I do know this. Every guy who touches the ball is a ball carrier, thinks 10 touchdowns is a nice round goal to try and reach in a season.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
You've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Hey, nothing to see here. Just your standard fourth down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. So after the big play on fourth, here's 1st and 10. Headed straight. It's Pacheco. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The Chiefs at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. And they coming off their very first loss of the season, suffered a week ago.
So now we can all take that chasing the 1972 Dolphins. Take it and throw it right out the window, right? But let's face it, not many teams talk about that or even have interest in it. All they want to do right now is bounce back after that loss.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. That one a first down pickup of 8. They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center because, remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion. And sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
2 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down. Here's Pacheco once again. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Yeah, he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5. Now here's Mahomes. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. We're scoreless after 1. No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. He gets this one complete to Rice. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Rashee Rice hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now a 7-0 game. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes. Steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you come in off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. So here are the Chiefs to take over. They were losers last time out to the 49ers, but right now they're on the right side of the scoreboard as they start out 1st and 10. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive, and he'll get this to the 32.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd and 7. They go play fake. Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. They've got his man complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Rashee Rice with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that'll make the score 14 to zip. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Indianapolis offense ready to go again. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Chris Jones racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
Richardson now on 2nd down. Oh, and that is incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
The Colts on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And this is Simpson with a catch. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
Fielded at about the 28. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The ball back to the Chiefs and Isaiah Pacheco. You start prorating these rushing numbers and looking ahead, he could be on pace for a 2,000-yard season. I don't want to jinx him, but what a year to this point.
But you just did.
Sorry.
That's okay. No, he can overcome that.
I'm not
right?
apologizing to you.
No.
Okay.
I like your attitude. But you're right. What's got to happen for it to actually occur? Offensive line has continued blocking the way they've been blocking. He has to stay healthy. But also, it's not just the idea that he's going to run the football, but you got to run it against numbers that dictate you throwing the football. Sometimes when you have 6 to block and you only have 5 guys, you've got to block them anyway, and he has to make someone miss as well the rest of the year.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Colts pick it up. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. He was trying to do anything he could to get that final little bit for the first down. Instead, he lost the ball.
Yeah, and he was short of the first down, but not by much. Trying his best, as you noted, to get there.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 73 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Second and goal from inside the 5. Throwing now is Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. He's got it. Touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Chiefs have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball, or are we cool to do it here in football, pardon me?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary. Well, let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that, because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now. Start your comeback. But you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
High throw, but the catch is made. Now they got to get to the line quickly. 1st and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. And this taken in by Downs. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And Richardson looks to throw once more. Out of his hands quickly to Pittman. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Richardson to throw. He'll drop this down to Taylor. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And this one is right through. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. Now, maybe a moral victory of sorts. They're on the board here late in the first half, but this offense just hasn't looked that sharp.
Yeah, but at least they got the 3 points, right? At least have something to, quote-unquote, hang their hats on and maybe feel a little bit better about themselves as they head to the half.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll see. Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Chiefs ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I liked what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. He finds his man, complete. That's Weber. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there on the catch and run. And the Chiefs are going to get a fresh set of downs. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Mahomes to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Oh, what a move. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
Mahomes now to throw. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Rashee Rice with his third touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Chiefs add 6 to their lead. Extra point try now from Dicker. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. First and 10. Here's Richardson with it. Now a short one to Gesicki. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Richardson looking to throw this. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Richardson. They'll get this one to Pittman. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
On second down, it's Taylor. And he stopped immediately there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg, but how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Mahomes now on first down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
On the handoff, it's Pacheco. He'll get this to about the 38.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Shrugs him off. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 107 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Third down and 1. A handoff now for Pacheco. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. Pacheco gets it up the gut. Down inside the 40.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On play action, it's Mahomes. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down. Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Richardson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. 2nd and 10. And Richardson back to throw it. And this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Now Richardson. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Richardson's throw here taken in by Gesicki. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that will bring up 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running.
Richardson hit it, he fumbles it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Fortunately for him, that ball stayed close so that he could recover it on his own.
And you know the prayers that were going through his head as the ball escaped from him? How happy was he at the end of it when he found the football again, able to retain possession?
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Looking to throw. Richardson going quickly there, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Colts unable to convert here on fourth down. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on fourth, and we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a run with Pacheco, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Motion man right is Rice. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. Williams is in. Touchdown, Chiefs.
Sometimes offense can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
Meanwhile, Richardson's throw into the hands of Pittman here. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Richardson to the air on 1st down. Now a short one to Gesicki. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. 2nd and 5. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. On 2nd down, it's Richardson to throw it. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another 1st down. And Richardson yet again. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw again. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Again, he'll drop to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Colts send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
2nd and 7. And they'll run with Pacheco. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. And they try with Pacheco. And space opens a bit as he gets it across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 180 yards rushing for him down to this point.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
A good pickup there at 22.
Carter, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Pacheco. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away.
Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away.